everybody. Welcome to another Thursday Live with Barb, Buzzin' with Barb Live, I guess. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Michigan, and it is nice to have you with me. Hello, Barb. Sue. I saw it said hi, Barb, and I went to say hello, Barb. Hello, ladies. Thanks so much for joining. We have some new product to share as we just had the fall mini catalog come out. And then also, hi, Sue. Sue DeVue. Let me see. There we go. Now I can see my comments looking up here. We had some new things come out, so I wanted to share some of that with you, and I have a few samples to share. I also said come back and see what I create with some things I had just kind of pre-cut last week, so I have the projects to show you on those. I also, I don't remember without going back and looking, but I did say something. Hi, Linda Bird. I had said something about doing Fall Fridays, and so make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'll be uploading those on there, and we will have a fall project for the next, let's see, September, probably till mid-October. Every week I'll have a Fall Friday. And yes, I have enough things in the annual catalog and in the mini catalog and in the online exclusives that will be fall related. So I hope that you'll join me there. Hi, June. Welcome. So if you're joining, thanks for mentioning that you are here. I appreciate that you're taking the time to see what's up in Barb's world tonight. And then if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Let me know that you're watching the replay. I'm really excited. We've got our Holiday Happiness that's coming up a week from this Saturday, which is June 20th. And I love the projects, and I hope that everybody that's attending and got the to-go kits will feel the same way. So if you like the things that I share, I'm sure you're going to love what you see. I am going to go ahead and turn down the camera. We're going to get started. It looks like I lost a few people, but I hope they come back. I'm going to go ahead and get started and just share a few things that we have going on. And let's see. Let me turn the camera down. Okay, just my phone in the way here. So let me also change the lighting so that it's a little bit different. Okay, so what do we have? Let's look at a couple things. First of all, October 4th is World Card Making Day. All right? And on that day, there are some Fall Friday. Yay, Sue. I know fall is our favorite time. I know you've told me that before. So let me get situated in my chair here. World Card Making Day, October 4th. All right? So with that, I want to share with you, now I didn't put this together yet, but I did go ahead and get the kit that is available for World Card Making Day. I'm just waiting to catch up on my, what you guys are seeing, so I can see if this is too close to the camera. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can make it a little, there we go. I think that's a little better. Okay. So, I have here is the kit that you can purchase for World Card Making Day. Now, this is a great kit, and it comes with a holder, and then it comes with these cards. I have not opened it, you can see, but you get everything you need. You get a stamp and spot of Secret C. You get gems and adhesive and ribbon and a block. It's just like any kit that we sell currently that has stamps in it. You will get everything you need in that kit. The only thing you need to add to this probably would be scissors to cut the ribbon or the twine that you have with the projects. And so I haven't even opened it, but I'm going to tell you, these are some great sentiments. And you can't, let me see if I can, it won't do it that way. Let me see, this is the box right here. So I think what I'm going to try to do is bring this up closer to the camera. I don't know if you can see, but this says Hello Sunshine, and the fonts are great. Happy birthday, thanks so much. This one says, wishing you the best, thinking of you, and then to and from. Sentiments that you can use for everything. And again, you might already have birthday sentiments and all of that. However, hi Bobby. These are really good size, and the font is great. It's different than what we have. So the stamp set is amazing. So this is actually the box that you'll put together. Let me go back to so you can see the picture here. And I believe this is $32 kit. I believe that this is a $32 kit. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get, let me see how many. Let me open this up and see how many cards we actually get in the kit, because I am not sure and I don't have it written down. Hi Nancy, welcome. So I'm just going to open this and let's see what we have. All right. Now, so what's going to happen is you do have to register for World Card Making Day, but you don't have to pay. This is free, but you do want to sign up. It's a free video time, and it starts, I believe, Eastern time. It's going to start at 4 in the evening, because Mountain time it starts at 2. So it looks like, how many envelopes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards and envelopes, plus the box to put them in, a block, and a stamp set that you can use again and again. So here again is the whole kit. I think it's bigger on the front page there. So anyway, I don't know if that helps you in your decision. You can purchase this whether you do World Card Making Day videos or not. However, you know, however you want to do it. So there is that I wanted to share with you all. Hello, Lynn. Thanks for joining. So World Card Making Day, October 4th. If you're not doing anything, let me know. We might be able to get together and do our projects together on World Card Making Day. I haven't officially put anything together, but I do have that Saturday available this year. Okay, so there's that. I wanted to share that with you. Let me move some things so I can function. I got to get myself together here. I have so much. I've limited my movement space because I've been working on all my classes and my holiday class coming up. Okay, so next, the first cards that we're gonna do it's going to be with another kit that just came out called Road to Christmas. All right, these are really great. Pictures don't do them justice, really, and probably even online here it's not going to do as well either. But I want to show you how to create these cards, and I've already popped them. So when you get your kits, they're all like pieces that you pop out. And well, hello Shar, welcome. And so there's 2 different ones, and so here, look at these fun envelopes, and trees on the front is so great. See, I thought I moved so those shadows didn't show up, but anyway, it is what it is. And then you have a little bit darker. One card is a little bit darker than the other card, and we're just going to fold that in half, okay? And you've got front and the back the same, so if you're adventurous and you want to cut that off and use it for something else, you can do that. Then you have all these pieces, and I've just popped them out. We have all these pieces. Now, the paperwork, I will tell you this. Now, I don't know if it's a mistake or I missed something. I just can't find it. I cannot find where you use these extra trees and dog that they give you. But when you get a kit, you get the instruction sheet like this. You have a measurement on the side here, so if you have ribbon, you'll know how much ribbon to cut or twine or whatever, or just for measurements. You've got centimeters and you also have inches. So for the one kit, it shows a dog, packages, a tree, and the truck. On the other one, it shows a tree, a dog, packages, truck, and then a different background. Now, when I go down here to put where it shows how to put them together, and I'm looking at the pictures, it does not, I don't need the extra tree and dog. I mean, I'm just not finding it. Because when you put this together, there's one tree with the truck, and where the other tree is, I don't have any idea. So, put an extra tree where you want. I'm going to show you what I did, okay? So, let me just get the instructions over here, and we're going to put together the first card. It's super easy, you guys. So, this one is going to be, what is this called? Vertical. All right, let's go ahead and put this one together. If I can get myself going here. There we go. Get some adhesive flowing. Maybe put the extras inside the card. Nancy, you told that's my secret. That is what I did. I did put them on the inside. They looked great. And that's what I'm going to do with this one. All right, so there's that. So next we have the truck. Now one of the things, there are these little slits. You can see it better on the back. But there's little slits here so that the gate, and that's where you're going to put your packages. So I put mine in and to where I could see a little bit of the tailgate here, or the wood gate on, or I don't know what you call it, railing, that's it, on this side. Then you got it on this side, and you can see all your packages all the way across. I also took the tree, and it shows, oh no, it doesn't, not in this one, that's in the other one, sorry, that's in the other card, the extra tree. All right, this is what you have right here. And so what I did is I turned this over, and I took the dimensionals that you get in the kit. You get dimensionals in this kit. I took some dimensionals, and instead of sticking that down, I just put my dimensionals like to hold it there, and then I put it'll tell you, if you look at the instructions, it'll tell you exactly where to put your dimensionals when you do a kit, but I'm just putting mine where I want to. So let me take the backings off, and this needs to go down enough so that this little guy is supposed to go down here at the bottom like that. And so let's see, where do we want this truck? About right there, just like that. Okay, these are extra, like I said, and they're going to go in the inside of the card. So I also, this is pre-printed because there's no stamp set with this particular kit. It comes in different languages, and don't throw those away because look, they're white and you can stamp on them and use them again. I will show you how many I have left after we did all the cards. There's a lot that you can use the white side for, right? Yes, Nancy, great minds, you're right. All right, so this is just going to go right here, kind of like that. And that's it. That's it for the front of the card. I mean, I love it. If you like kind of that vintage look, I think it's fabulous. All right, so now I'm just going to take this tree, and I like the trees. They're nice. They're great. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, so the tree's going to go here, and our little puppy dog, if you want to add animals to both of them, because one has the animal in the front, You can put him right by the tree like that, and then you can use your I hate those lines, so I'm gonna get it figured out, you guys. I've got my table in a different spot, but it's still doing it, so I don't know what it is. Dang it, I hate it. And it doesn't do it before I go live. It does not show this in my preparation of how I'm going to look. It does not show it. So it makes me crazy. Card number 1 of the kit. So there's 1. All right, so card number 2 is, let's see here, all these pieces. Now this one has the lighter, shows it's a little bit more pool party instead of Lost Lagoon color, but this is kind of pool party. This is going horizontal, and here is the backing that goes on. Okay, and I have these down flat because I pop up the tree, the truck. Gosh, words are coming hard tonight. Okay, there's that. Okay, now this is the one, and it has the slit also. See that? That little slit there. So what you're going to do is you've got packages that go in the back here, and this one doesn't have railings, and so I wanted to have show as much as of my packages that I could. My tree is going to go in the back of the truck. Whoops, there's my puppy dog. Like that, and then the packages, have them pop up the. So I want it so that you can't see the bottom of the packages, but you can see that they're in the back of the truck. I guess that's really what I wanted to try to get this other bow on this package to kind of pop up above the truck a little bit. There we go. All right, see that? And then my tree is behind. I think I might move my tree forward a little bit, like as far as it'll take me on the, like that. And then again, I'm just going to turn this over, keep it in place, and then take those dimensionals and secure that so they won't move. There's that tiny little strip that's in the back of your truck. I'm just securing that strip against what I have stuck down. Okay, it's kind of hard. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put one right there and just put a few more on here. Right there. And then this truck is going to go on the front of our trees. Okay. Got all your trees going shopping there. Now I'm going to put this truck down so that my wheels are not coming off of the square that's on here. So I'm right at the edge, just like that. Then you have another little doggy, and I'm just going to take a dimensional for him. Oh wait, I don't want it too high because he is kind of stuck on here, so I need the dimensional towards the bottom of this puppy dog. Come off of there. There we go. Ooh, I just got a little happy with my, there we go. He needs to be on the bottom. The dimensional should be on the bottom. And again, you look at your if you look at your instructions, if you have get this kit, it'll tell you where to put it. So, and he is going to go right here, just like that. And then last but not least, your sentiment, it says sending loads of Christmas cheer. We're going to put that right up towards the top like the picture shows. And that is how you complete these cards. They're super easy, but they look great. And so this is just going to go kind of right there. And that is card number 2. See if I can bring it up closer for you to see. So that's the two designs in that card kit. Hi, Diana. These are the two cards. Oh wait, that's the other sample. Yeah. So there you go. Whoops. I just dropped it in the floor. 1 second. Oh, all right. There we go. And then here is the other. Okay. And then I just I put those extras that I have right inside like that. And look at all the pieces that you have left over. Now you can stamp on this white cardstock. Anyway, see all those? You can stamp on the white and use them on other projects. So don't throw away the other sentiments that are in a different language that you probably wouldn't use. So use the backs. Okay. Super duper. Got that. Let's move that over. And then let's take a look. I do have one project we're going to stamp together. I had mentioned to you about come and see what I would do with those pieces that I had. I had pieces from using Amber Autumn, and then these are the dies. You've got the two dies that will cut out these two pieces here. Then you've got some standalone, two little standalone pieces right there, and then this wonderful big autumn leaf piece. And excuse me. So I had cut and done all the dies and all the pieces, and let me show you what I came up with. I had a sheet of like I said, it's not coming, pecan pie. This is Cajun craze that I cut with the die, and then I put some of the specialty designer paper in the behind. Can you see the gold behind there? And then I colored this piece with blends, and if you notice the edges, they're not white and they're not vanilla. I took a sponge and I just sponged around the edges so that, or a sponge dauber, whatever you would like to use, but I colored it so it wasn't so stark vanilla. See that? And then when you open the card, I used the other pumpkins. I had colored those with the corn, and then stamped You're Simply the Best on the inside. So that's what I created with those dies. Let me show you another card I created using the designer paper that coordinates. Oh wait, no, this doesn't coordinate. It's with another set. It's with the other set, and I don't have the name of it. Anyway, here are some pieces that I had cut out. These two little dies right here. Now this is coming from the Christmas labels that is in the online exclusives, which is awesome. I think it's, no, I don't think it's not online exclusive. These dies, they're actually in the mini catalog. But, so this is a mistake. I scored this piece of cardstock wrong. So I just created my own fun fold. Have you guys ever done that? Thanks, Kathy. Thank you, Nancy, everybody. Thanks. So, what I did is I scored it wrong, and so I just created my own card. So the way that this works is you've got this top layer, so that opens, and I put some designer paper, and then it just has a flap here, and that opens, and then I use the other two pieces that I had die cut and stamped on the inside. But I made sure that this portion is behind here so you don't see, and then there you go. So yeah, that was a scoring mistake, and I created a new this fun fold. So that's what I did using this stamp set with the dies, and just the pieces that I shared with you. Come back and see what I create with those pieces. Let me show you a couple samples I got in a swap, and I think our team, we had our team swap too, and there's some in there. This one is, they just kind of sponged, and then they used the oh, what do you, the Winkastella. There you go. Now you can see it better. And this was from D. Slater. This one's really pretty. This is using, what's the color? Basic beige. And some of that new, the foil that comes, it's in the mini catalog. And the new dots. And this is crumb cake behind. And she's done splatting. Can you see the splats on there? And then just very nicely colored the acorn with a light color green. This is Luli Gonzalez. And then last but not least, we have some gold embossing, which is so pretty. Can you see that gold embossing? And then you've got the die cut and designer paper behind there. And then this is April Davis. Pretty, pretty cards. Let me see if any of our swaps had used this set. Our swap was, yeah, here you go. This is a fun fold. Our swap was a fun fold swap, and this one is using the die. This is some of the previous paper that we had, some Hostess paper, I believe, that you could get. But yeah, this is a fun, fun die cut, fun fold. So how do you fold this? You could fold it all kinds of ways. This will fold like this, and whoops, not that way. And to fit in your card, okay? I mean, if you wanted to, you could, you know, pop them the other way. They can come out this way. This is how it's supposed to stand up, I guess. I don't know if I can. It's supposed to stand like that, and then when you look at it front on, it looks like that. So, fun fold. I had shared a couple other from the team, their cards, but we had our meeting on Tuesday. So here are some of the other cards. This one is a super easy gatefold fun fold with the flap. Isn't that pretty? A little note of appreciation. This one has a great fun fold where it opens up, and then you have a pocket right here where you can put a gift card. Nancy did this one. I think this is Sue Addy from our team. And then we have this one right here, and this one just opens up like this. That paper is perfect for fall. Let's see. I'm not sure who did that one. Okay. And then we have this one has a belly band, and then you have this fold. So cool. A little note of appreciation. Again, our theme was gratefulness, fall or gratefulness, and then fun fold. And then the next one, I believe this is Taryn's, and she did the little box on there, and this is using the Grateful labels. And then these were the two that I had already shared. This one is Donna's, and it is a pop-up like that. That's an online exclusive. And then same online exclusive, this is Sue, another Sue. We've got 3 Sues that are doing the team things, the swaps and on the team. So there you go. This is Sue Somerville. All right, guys. Now, you want to see some stamping? Let's get some stamping, and we are going to feature one of the new. Let me find my catalog here that I thought I had out. Is it underneath? No. Where? I don't know what I did with my mini catalog. I had it right here. It's over here. Okay. Alright, so we are featuring this stamp set. I have to get to the page. Oh my. There it is. Page 50. I am going to share a card with the Branching Out bundle. Now, I'm excited about this bundle because these dies are amazing. So let me show you. So here's the stamp set. And in the stamp set you have wishing you a day filled with many happy moments, to a very special someone, sent with love, from our house or from our family to yours, happiest birthday wishes, thinking of you brings joy to my heart, hello, and friend. Now that's a lot of sentiments. And then you have these branches and sprigs and couple pine cones and dots and speckles. Okay, now I know this is in the fall and winter mini catalog, but these sentiments can be used for any time, and I do believe that I can be creative thinking about things, and this can be used for more than just like pine bough and pine cones. So there's the stamp set. Now let's look at the dies. Or yeah. So, and the images are 80%. So they're a little bit bigger than what you see on the front of the catalog. Branching Out dies. It comes with these dies, and I have a couple pieces I cut out I wanted to show to you. I've got the other pieces cut out too, but I wanted to have these to show. Look at these layering dies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shapes. Okay, you've got the stitching and then kind of the cut out corners. You've got this long kind of stem with circles like berries. Lynn says mine was the first card you showed. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's the one that had the special fold. Lynn, yes, thank you. And then you've got in this bundle, you've got the boughs, like not boughs, but they're like pine sprigs. You've got this small little piece that has a little stem with some dots, and then you have a pine cone. Wish there was more than one pine cone, but there's only one pine cone. So anyway, that's the Branching Out, and that is on page 50. This bundle, let me get these pieces because I want to pull them out so you can see them better. This bundle is $47.50, and these dies right here can be amazing. So you can use them to give a frame, just like, let me bring this closer, but if you look at page 50 in your mini catalog, here is just a frame. So what you do there is you take two close to the same size, run them through at the same time, and you're going to get a frame. When you take one and you just use one at a time, you're going to get a full solid piece. Okay? Here they've cut off the end and made a tag with the shape. So really cool stuff. I can't wait to do more with this. I was thinking about this stamp set for my blessing box for the month of September, because I just have so many thoughts in my mind of how to use this besides pine cones and sprigs. Okay, so there is where you can find that. Now let's go ahead and create our card. Here are the pieces. Like I said, I cut them out and so you can see what they look like. And I have Early Espresso, and I'm actually going to use a designer paper that is in the annual catalog. This designer paper is called Weekend Adventure 12 by 12, and I've used it a few times for some different things. It's a great masculine designer paper, and again, it's in the annual catalog. So if you don't do the online exclusives or go and look at those, you can find this in the annual catalog. All right, let me grab what we need over here. Excuse me. So there is those two pieces die cut. All right, and then I have a few of the other pieces die cut here, and I'm going to pull them out. So here are this is what the pine sprigs look like. Excuse me. And then the pine cones are great. They have lots of detail in them. And then here are 3 different sizes of those dies, the large dies, and there's more, but these are the 3 sizes that I'm using. Alrighty. So we're going to do this in kind of a fun fold. So I have a piece of old olive, and that coordinates with my designer paper that has the little pine trees. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 designer paper, and then I have used basic white and then designer paper and early espresso to cut out these dies. And then next, this is Mossy Meadow and early espresso. Now, I'm going to get my trimmer because I'm going to cut our basic card base, okay? Excuse me. What I want to do is I want to, I'm going to cut this diagonal, and I'm going to cut it from the right, this is the front flap, so I'm going to cut it from the point of the score down to this point here. So what I'm going to do is use my trimmer, and I'm going to put the top score line right up there, and then I need to pivot my point down here. Let me come up a little farther. I'm trying to see if I can stay in the camera. Okay, so basically you want your bottom left point in your track of your cutter, and that's where I'm going to hold that one. Then I'm going to pivot this so that my score line is in the track right up here. Okay, so you want your point here and you want your score up there. Now I'm going to take my cutting blade and I'm going to cut this from there all the way to the point. So here is an extra piece. You can do whatever, but this is what we're going to use for our card right here. Okay, easy, fun fold, and it gives a little more interest in your card. Excuse me. I'm going to grab my bone folder over here and just push that down a little more. There we go. First thing I'm going to do is take our 4 by 5 1/4, and there's acorns on the back side of this one. Okay. And let's attach this. This is going to be the inside of the card. Just make sure you got your trees the right side up when you're putting this in here. Okay, and then I just have it cut so that there is a border all the way around. Just like that. And then we're going to put these layers, these 2 layers are going together. So let's go ahead, attach, I don't know, I am, there, put this, and then we're going to kind of center this, and there's a big border around this here because that's what I chose. If you, so there's a die in between, and that would be this one. See how much closer that is? See that? And then if you use the next one down, then you have that. Just gives me a little more of the early espresso that you can see. All right. Excuse me. The next thing we're going to do, this is going to get mounted right onto here. But you have to be careful that you don't put adhesive on the whole thing because you don't want sticky on here. You want this to open. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me see, how do I want to do this? I want it to look a certain way here, so I'm just looking at the back. Basically, you want to make sure that you've got this centered so you have it looks good all the way around this way. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So I am seeing about right here. So I'm just going to guess that I'm going to hold my hand here, and I'm going to just keep my hand because I need adhesive all on this side. So I kind of know where I'm going here. And if you're, oh, you know, yeah, I do want this flat. Okay. So basically this is kind of going to be a triangle when you put your adhesive on. Can you see how I've done that? Yeah, make sure you're got the right, you know, it on the right side so that your trees are still the right way. And then I'm going to lay this down and mount it so that I have a good border, a kind of a border all the way around that looks the same. So it's not too much at the top, too much at the side. All right, so there you go. All right, that looks pretty cool actually. Now let's go ahead and put these guys on, and I wasn't sure on how I wanted to do this. So do I want to come in this way? And I chose this paper because it's got the pine trees in the paper, and I just thought, okay, that works really good. All right, so let's come that way. So let's start here. Now I excuse me. Where is my? Here it is. Need my silicone mat, and I'm going to grab my Tombow glue that I've put in my tiny little bottle here, and we are going to go ahead and just put some this glue on these stems. See how little that is coming out of there? It's awesome. This was like I think there were 3 or 4 bottles, and my friend got them at Michael's. She got them for me, Linda. One of the Lindas that I have that stamps with me. Okay, so there's that one. Got enough. See how the little bit of glue is on there? That's going to work perfectly. So let's bring that one right here. Okay, and then now we've got the same die, but we're going to shift it a little bit so it looks a little bit different, just so it's not right on top of the other one looking like, oh, that's exactly the same thing. All right, so there's that. And let's see. Just want it to be full. I think I went farther than what I went farther straight than I was expecting. Okay. What do you want to do, Barb? There. We just want it to look a little full, that's all. Now, on the pine cones, I do think I'm going to pop up the pine cones. And so I'm just going to cut some of my, actually I'm just going to cut a dimensional in half. And that should work for me. I just don't have any little mini ones here in front of me. I don't have any on my craft table. Now make sure there's a back side and a front side, and the front side just looks more detailed. I love it. All right, let's do that, and then I'll figure out where we're going to put the pine cones. Let's see. Excuse me. I think I'm going to put one of the pine cones I want it up here. I don't know. Let's lay these down first. This one I have a sticky, so maybe I should just do that. No. I don't know, guys. This is where I'm trying to figure out, what do you want to do, Barb? Let's go one right there. That's where I kind of was to begin with. And let's go right there. That looks good. All right, so we're going to put this other pine cone kind of right there. Pretty cool. You can make as many pine cones as you want, but like I said, I wish there was more than one pine cone so you could cut at a time, right? Okay, so here's what we got. And these aren't all the way glued down, just so you give you a little dimension on your card. So they're kind of stuck, you know, kind of floating up there a little bit. And then last but not least, well, no, we're not last but not least. Remember those die cuts I saved? We're going to use one of those. This is from the truck Christmas card kit. We're going to stamp on the back of here. And I have Early Espresso. We're going to use for our sentiment. And right here. And the sentiment that I'm using is from the Branching Out, and that's where the dies are from, to a very special someone. This is a great masculine card, you guys. Don't you think? We always are looking for masculine to a very special someone. Alrighty, and let's see. I'm going to stamp it over to the right a little bit because I may end up cutting off some on the left. Just like that. Let me clean this really quick. And just there. Now, this is going to go on the front. And like I said, I think I'm going to come underneath here. See, that's one of the reasons I didn't want it to be completely stuck down, because I wanted to come underneath there a little bit. That was what I had in my mind. All right, I'm going to close this before I get in trouble. Let's see. Let's take a look. I want this to come out a little farther. There we go. I guess that'll work. I can trim this down a little more on this side. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to come a little bit closer. And then let's see. Let's see if I can come down here, maybe up here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, what do you want to do? Let's see if we can come in here. What do you guys think? Should it come up towards the middle, or should I come down to the bottom? What is your thought? Because I am going to have to cut this off some, and so I think I'm going to just come right in here and cut that off. Should it come up in the middle a little bit? I got to be able to see the two. Oh, I probably just cut too much off. Let's see. It's a little longer than what I was thinking, the sentiment itself. All right, what if we come down here? What do you guys think about this? What if I come underneath this right here? Because I haven't, or I just had this in my mind. I did not pre-make this card, so I don't have a sample already done. Okay. Just there we go. What do you think about that? Look at that. It hits right at that corner. I don't know. What do you think about that? Should it go in the middle or there? Bottom 1/3 of the card, Nancy says. Bottom. Okay. Sue says bottom. All right. So, see, I came down too far there. Or what about right there? I was thinking that was going to end up in the middle here. What do you guys think about right there? I wish I would have done that and just cut it off to the side. Guess what? We have lots more of these, and that's what I'm doing. Executive decision here. And so so my thought is, if I come right up in here, if I come in here, then I can come right to the edge there. So let's do this again, right? This is what happens. I like the middle if you're not using any other embellishments. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to put any more embellishments on here because it's a masculine card, so I don't think so. I mean, and these colors really don't go to me, so I just cut these out so you guys could see what they look like, these little dies. But let's stamp this again to a very special someone, and I'm going to come over far enough so I can cut that off at the edge. Okay, just like that. Ooh. And we're just going to set that aside. Now, what I'm going to do is, I want this to come to the edge. I want this to come underneath. So, let's do this first. I am going to freehand and just slice that straight. And what I want, we're going to come over to the side and see how far we need to come cut off here. Now, there we go. Oh, look at that, you guys. Look at that. I like that. Where it comes underneath there a little. What do you think? Just like that? I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. So, thinking about recreating this, I would probably go ahead and stamp this sentiment first and put this on my card where I want it to be, and then shift my pine boughs around so that it would fit over top. So squeeze in here. Come on now. There we are. There we are. Yay. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and we are going to put this piece on the inside. Now I cut this one just a little smaller than the espresso because that's going to go inside here. And the way that you do this is you put your adhesive on your inside piece. Okay, and then you match this up with your top piece, just like that. Okay, kind of giving it a little, so it's underneath the espresso. And now I'm going to bring my cardstock, actually, like, get a hold of it if I can. There we are. And I'm just going to bring my cardstock, push that white piece onto the designer paper, and you have that on the inside, and you close your card and you cannot see the white. Okay? Just like that. And then you open it. There's where you write your sentiment. Now you could go even smaller. You could do this smaller one and have a lot smaller piece on the inside. But then this pulls the white from the front into the inside and the coordination. So what do you think about that card? Yeah, if I did it over, I probably, like I said, I would probably start out, because in my mind, I knew what I wanted to do. I had the sentiment. Then I would place my bows. It just worked out great that I didn't put these down all the way so that that can go slide underneath. Just like that. What do you think? I don't have any samples with this stamp set done because, like I said, I haven't really had a chance to play with it yet. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, this set, I can just see so many things, so I can't wait to have some time to get my thoughts going on using this stamp set. Let's go ahead. I'm going to see about, see if I can pull in the other cards that I made. Oh, what did I want to show you? I thought I don't know. I can't think. I thought there was something else I wanted to show you. But anyway, here's the card that we created. Then we created the 2 cards from the Christmas kit. We grab that. Let's see. Let's bring this one right here. And then you've got your 2 Christmas cards with the truck set. And those are the creations for tonight. Thanks, guys. I really like these. Fast and easy. You don't have to do any stamping on these types of kits. And I will be honest with you, I don't remember what the cost of this kit is. I did not write it down like a good demonstrator should have. But anyway, so that's what I have for you this evening, and I hope that you got a little inspiration. And I'm going to go ahead and switch back up here so that I can say good evening, and thank you for spending the time with me. If you're watching the replay, I hope that you enjoyed all the things that I shared. I hope to have you guys join me on YouTube for the Fall Fridays. And that, like I said, that'll be for into October. I don't know how long exactly, but fall goes into October. We have beautiful colors here, probably through October, depending on if we get lots of rain and wind and stuff like that. So, anyway, I am ready to say goodnight, and I appreciate every one of you. You guys have a wonderful evening. Blessings.